Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with My Son. This is Tarun Sakrani, and as usual, I'm joined by my son.
Kian Sakrani. Hello.
Hi, Kian. I think today's episode we're going to do a bit differently, right? I think today
Yes.
is your turn to grill Papa.
Yes.
So I know you have a list of few questions you're going to cover because it's a very tricky topic we're going to do, and I know you have strong views on this, so we're going to get to you, but I think you've prepared your list of questions that you're going to ask me first. Let's go with your list, Kian. Come on.
What is it like being a parent?
Ooh, good question, Kian. So you were the firstborn in our family, and you're now 7. So when you were born, it was all excitement. We were so happy. We were so nervous. We were so anxious because, of course, Mama and I didn't know what to expect. You were the first kid coming in, and we had read everything, and we had attended classes, and we had prepared for your arrival, but obviously we didn't know how to deal with it. And then when you were born, when we held you first, it was such a good feeling, and it was so exciting, and it was so happy. And generally, I think you've been a happy kid, so we've been happy to have you around, and it's been fun. I think parenting, like everything else, is a learning process. So you've changed, and then Trisha came, and then she's got a different personality. So Mama and I have had to adjust and adapt to both of you, and it's been a bit of a learning process. But on the whole, I think, and I'm sure Mama would say the same, but I think both of us have enjoyed being a parent because it's been fun. It's been a lot of learning. There is hard work. Yes, we have to work hard because you guys keep us on our toes for sure. But other than that, it's been fun. It's one of the things. If anyone is having any doubts about being a parent, I think both Mama and I would highly recommend it. So I think yes. If as and when you grow up, which you have a long way to go, but if you think about it and you ask me, I think being a parent is a lot of fun.
I get it, but there's also something else that one day, Mama's gonna come in one of the podcasts?
We will get Mama into our podcast. We'll have a special episode with Mama in there, and we'll get her views on all of this and what you have to say and how she views parenting and as a kid. So yeah, we'll bring her on as a guest as well.
Okay. So next question. I get what you said on the first question.
Yeah.
What don't you like about being a parent?
Oh, that's tricky, Kian. So like I said, it's been tough. It's been hard work. Having 2 kids is definitely a lot of hard work because you're 2 different personalities. You have 2 different needs. You have 2 different ways of looking at things. So Mama and I always have to adjust. I'm going to say, we're thankful that you're both responsible kids. You do a lot of your own work. You do a lot of things that help us. So that helps. What I don't like about being a parent sometimes is, in addition to the hard work, sometimes we have to be strict with you guys because, with kids, sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes they have their own ways of doing things, and we have to try and teach them or move them in a particular direction. So I think being strict and sometimes having to, as you say, tell you off, that's the part I don't like about being a parent where, I'm the bad guy or I'm telling you to do something that you don't like doing. And that's what I actually don't like about being a parent. Other than that, I think generally parenting is a lot of fun. And it's been a very, very good and happy experience.
So, I know what you mean about that one as well.
We'll come back to that telling you off because I know you have some views on that one as well.
What don't you like about me? Wait, what? We
already did that one, Kian.
Who is your favorite parent?
Oh dear, you're going to get me in trouble with my parents, huh? I think if I answer this one, I think one of my parents is not going to like me anymore. You're definitely getting me in trouble, huh, Kian, with all your questions. Tricky boy. So I don't think I have a favorite parent. I think both my parents are very good. They have their pluses and minuses, and like everybody else, one parent was good for something and the other was good for something else. I have to say, I was more scared of my dad than I was of my mom. So, I knew I could get away with some stuff with my mom, but if my dad ever caught me, I would be in a lot of trouble. And he was very, very strict. In fact, my dad was so strict that some of my friends used to even get scared of him, and he never even told them anything, but they used to get so scared of him that they had a harder time of approaching him. But with dad, he was always practical. He always did things in a certain way, and you knew with him that there was a direction you could go into. With mom, if you needed to work your way around stuff, or you wanted something, or you know you wanted something that you knew dad wouldn't give you, you would go to mom and ask, mommy, please, can I do this, can I do that? And more often than not, if mom saw the reason in it, she would say okay, and sort of allow it. So that way, that was the good part about each parent. What I'd also say is, like most kids, when you're sick or you're unwell or you're not feeling great, the person you normally go to is
Mama.
exactly. So in that case, it was also mama who was our support person. We used to go to mama when things were not so great, or we got hurt, or we weren't well, because we knew we'd get that love and attention from mama. So in that way, mama was the go-to person there.
Yes, like I said about the teachers, they were all equal. That's what that's what you're trying to say as well here, right?
Yeah, correct. It's hard to pick, right, a good one or a favorite one, because they all have their pluses and minuses, right?
Did you want to be a parent?
Yes, Kian, I actually always wanted to be a parent. When I grew older, I always wanted to have kids of my own. So that was something that I knew I wanted to do, because I knew kids are a lot of fun. It's a good experience to build and have a family, and we do a lot of good stuff together. I also wanted to have kids and be a parent, because once I grew up, I wanted to be able to play with toys. And it would look silly if I went and bought my own toys. So I would use you guys as the excuse to buy toys, and then I would play with them. So that's why I wanted to be a parent ultimately.
Yeah, and that's also big, and it's also good because we share.
Yes. So I'm the biggest little kid in this house, right, Kian? Because I play with all the toys more than you guys do.
Yeah, we have favorite toys that we stick to.
I know. That's why I also love being a parent. But it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and you guys have been great. So yes, I did want to be a parent a long, long time ago. In fact, when Mama and I got married, I actually first told Mama we'll have 4 kids, not 2. And Mama was like, oh no, I don't want 4. Thankfully, common sense came about and we stopped at 2. But yeah, I did want to have kids in the house.
That's funny.
Yes. And Kian, I think you have a few more, or is it just one more that you want to ask before I turn it back to you?
It's just one. How did you learn to be a parent?
Good question. Parenting is like going to school, Kian. It's like going to normal school, except it's a lifelong school. So parenting teaches you things as you go along. As I said at the start, Mama and I took some classes at the beginning. We read books. We did a lot of work to be prepared for you guys. But some of that helps, some of that doesn't, because each kid is different. And you're different from Trisha, and you have your own likes and dislikes and personality, and Trisha has her own. So in that case, it was a case of learning as we went along. We learned things you liked and did not like. And then when Trisha came, we learned about things she liked and did not like. And we had to adjust our parenting accordingly. So from that standpoint, things have evolved. We've learned as we've gone along. And I think we will keep learning. We're still learning, There's things you tell us that when you come back from school. There's things Trisha tells us when she comes back from school. And we learn about them as we go along. So parenting is lifelong. I'm sure My mom and dad will tell you the same as well, that they continue to learn today as parents, and I think they will forever. So it's never ending school, if I would call it that. And I know how much you love school, so parenting is all about being at school for life. Cool. Great questions, Kian. That made me think a lot. Let me ask you one or two about these.
Okay.
Let's see what you have to say about parents. Do you like parents? Do you not like parents? What is it about parents that makes you have an opinion? Tell us.
So when they when they tell us off, it's just like they really just like I just don't like them when they tell us off.
But why do you think parents tell you off? You must be doing something naughty, or there must be some reason they must be telling you off.
Mostly because my room is messy.
So you need to tidy up, right?
Yes, but it's the playroom.
Yes, Kian, but you also sleep in the playroom, right? So do you like to sleep in a mess? No, you don't like sleeping in a mess, right? So we don't always tell you off. We try to tell you in a nice way, but sometimes if you don't listen, then yes, we do have to tell you off, no?
Yes, I know.
And what else? What else is it about parents that you don't like or like? Tell us some things you like about parents.
So that they hug.
Oh, you like hugs, eh?
Yes.
And what else?
They. On your birthday they give you big surprises.
Ooh, you like surprises. Very nice. Tell us some surprises you got on your birthday recently.
So I'm gonna tell you a really big surprise that I got for Christmas.
Oh.
That my mom and papa helped with. So a quad bike.
Whoa, your quad bike. Yes, of course. That was a big gift for you, right?
Yes.
And then your birthday was balloons when you woke up, and Mama had put up decorations, and then she baked this lovely cake for you. And then we had this amazing party. No? A lot of things, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And it was a Mario cake.
Oh, yes, of course. You got the Mario cake as well, because that was your ask and your latest, favorite toy. So that's great. So parents are good for all of that stuff, right?
Yes.
Nice. Do you learn anything from watching your parents, Kian?
So I learned from Papa that it's not just about spending; it's more about saving. But I learned that from both of Mama and Papa.
Good. So that's important. Financial matters where we teach you how to save. I'm glad you've taken that lesson on. What else do you learn from parents?
So like you put so you tell me how to think about things when things get harder.
Very good. I like that. And I think you had good advice for some of your other friends and listeners out there about school, right? I know you said think about it, that what comes after school when things look hard, just look at what awaits at the end of the day or playtime, and that's a good way to look at things. What else, Kian? What about parents frustrates you besides the telling off? If there's nothing else, you don't have to say it. You don't have to make us look bad, Kian.
Okay, there's nothing.
Very good. I like that. All right. You know how we usually end episodes on you giving our listeners some advice. So give us some advice give your listeners some advice about parents.
So if parents seem angry, sometimes if parents seem angry, they can just be really angry. So just speak to them nicely, and also find out what you're doing wrong, and then you can try and fix it.
Amazing, Kian. That's really good advice, and I'm glad you said that, because I think parents don't just get angry for no reason. So it's good to know. Although if I'm looking at it from a parent's side, sometimes parents also have hard days. They've had a rough time at work or outside, and maybe sometimes that frustration or anger comes out, which it shouldn't, but it does happen. In which case, the child shouldn't feel bad or take it personally. So think about it in that broader perspective. But of course, always think about why some parent has said something or gotten angry for some reason, because there's usually a reason, and maybe you can help correct it. Great advice, Kian, and thank you again for all your tough questions. You really kept me on my toes with this one. And, I think you've got me in trouble with my mama and papa, but well done. Thank you for all your questions and advice. And we'll sign off here for today. And we'll come back with another episode next week.
Okay.
See you, bye. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.